Alright guys, if you are in debt, please lock in. This video is for you. I myself was in debt for about a year, and it ruined my life. I'm gonna be completely honest. It was terrible for my mental health, and I wanna tell you, if you are in debt, please do whatever you can to stop it. If you're in school, you're midway through, you've got 50K in debt, I want you to at least sit down and consider what on earth you're doing. There are so many cheaper ways to do school. You don't even need a degree to get a full-time job. There are trades. There's a whole bunch of other things that you need or could do to fill that role. I was at school for 1 year. So I graduated high school 2021, took a whole gap year, and went to school fall 2022. I saved up a decent amount of money. It still wasn't enough to cover for the whole year, because I tried to go to a private college and it killed me financially. But you know, I was like, I worked so hard for a whole year, I'm gonna go. If there's any money left over, I'll pay for it while I'm there, or I'll pay for it afterwards, yada yada. But I told myself 1 year. I've stick it out for 1 year. No matter how bad it is, I'm sticking it out. So while I was there, I told myself I was gonna work. So I had several $1,000s left over to actually pay for throughout the whole year. My goal was to pay. I was gonna work, pay off. I had like the first semester and a half covered. I was just gonna pay off as I worked, but that didn't go as planned. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I was trying to pay it off while I was at school. Little did I know there's going to be extra fees, of course, that the college never tells you about. You still have to buy school equipment. You still have to buy all this other stuff to be able to afford to be able to go. Stuff that they don't include in the full financial package that you receive. And also, working while being a full-time student is dang near impossible. Like, it's actually so hard. And would you believe it when I told you I wasn't able to make up all that money? Because alongside all the other stuff you have to pay for, you still have your car, you still have your own health. Other stuff happens. Like, you can't just assume that you'll be able to live scot-free and not have any other jump scares in your financial wallet and just be okay. Like, that's not real life, bro. So I can't remember how much I had to actually pay that was like left over. It might have been 12,000, I think, left over. I was able to pay off $4,000 while I was there. So I finished the school year with $8,600 left in debt. And it took me 7 months to pay that off. And those 7 months were me giving about 70 to 80% of every paycheck going straight back to that debt. And there's nothing, I was getting paid every week. I'm sure that didn't help with my mental health. So I'm getting fat paychecks every week. And I was making about $1,000 a week. And with tax, you never include tax whenever you start working. I don't know why I assumed I'd be able to make it up in 2 or 3 months. Not true. There's always tax. And life happens. Life happens. If you are going to graduate and be like, I have 100K in debt, but I'm making $200,000 a year, I can make it in 1 year. Like, that's not fair. Like, what are you going to do? Go back home? Are you not married? Like, are you not going to have someone else to take care of? You're not going to have kids at that point? Like, I have no clue what your life looks like. But, like, you can't just assume that you'll be able to graduate and just knock all that stuff out easy peasy. There will be other stuff. Your car will fail you. Your house will fail you. Your technology will fail you. Your health will fail you. Like, just to assume that nothing else is going to happen is just stupid. And especially if you go to college and you marry someone who also has just as much debt as you, you're double time screwed. And you're like, well, my partner... Hang on. Sorry about that. My dog was barking. Anyways, to just assume that you guys will be able to knock that out, you'll be like, well, my partner's going to start working, or my spouse is going to start working. Like, okay, sure, for how long? That's if you could even land jobs. Like, I can't let people live in this fantasy. Like, bro, as soon as I get out of college, I'm going to be able to get a job and I'm going to be making bank. A lot of people don't get jobs right away. I know several people that have graduated, worked hard for their degrees, have tons of money in debt, and they can't even get a job with their degree. I have a dear friend who went to school for 4 years, has about upwards of 50K, leave it at that. He can't land a job. He didn't even land a job with the degree that he has. He had to do some other stuff to be able to get more knowledge elsewhere in another field completely from what he wanted to do. And this guy is a genius, bro. He's genius. And he still wasn't able to land anything with that degree that he had. And he still has all that debt. Like, it doesn't always work as you plan it to go. It never goes perfectly. It might work out, but it won't go perfectly. And I fear that the general public has this perspective on life that they're going to get a degree and everything's going to go well. They're going to make a ton of money. Nothing's going to go wrong. The economy's not going to crash. Nothing. And you're going to be completely fine with all the debt that you have in your wallet right now. And it's just like, that's not how this works. And I'm just here to I'm not trying to be negative. I'm really not. But I'm calling you guys, if you all are struggling at all with debt, if you have a car payment, if you're struggling with paying off school, if you have credit cards, please, please, please do anything you can to fight those off. Pay those off as soon as possible. Grind to get it paid off. It took me 7 months. Like I said, a lot of my payments are going towards the debt anyways. But car stuff happens. I moved out. You got fees and stuff going on with that. It's always more money than you think it's going to be to move out, to do anything. Probably even to get food and to pay for insurance. I just had my car insurance jump up $25 a month. Just randomly, out of the blue. And I have an old car, a 2002 car. It's not a pretty thing. My brother had to just jump up like $130 a month. And he has a 2012 car. Like, life happens. And to just sit here and be like, oh, one day I'll pay it off. Like, that's not responsible. I do not think that's wise. I can't press that upon you enough. Like, if you're in the middle of school, you've already got $50,000 in debt, like, please just reconsider your life or make sure you have something lined up. Like, it took me 7 months to pay off $8,600, and I was giving all my money to it. I have no other responsibilities besides my apartment and a few small fees and insurance and my phone bill. That's it. But if you guys graduate and you're married, or you mess around and you have a kid, or you're married and you have a kid, like, those are going to be other unaccounted expenses. And if you're married and your wife or you yourself have to stay home and take care of the baby, or you want to stay home and take care of the baby, that's that other secondary source of income gone. And it's going to be that much harder to pay off that debt. And I'm not saying it can't be done. People have done it. People have taken out huge loans, right? They have sacrificed their lives and they've been able to pay off their house and all this other stuff. They've done crazy things. People can do it, and you can too. I'm not saying you're screwed. You're not. But if you can get ahead, if you can catch it right before it gets nasty, I encourage you to do so, man. Like, again, I can't really talk. I only made $8,600 in debt. That's not a lot in comparison to the average. But, like, if you can catch it right now before it gets bad, or even before college even starts, like, please run from it, man. Like, seeing all my money go away, I get paid Friday afternoon, all my money would be gone. Like, that, it does nothing good for your mental health. Like, I felt like I was slaving away. I'm working 6 days a week, 9-hour days. There's probably only been a couple weeks since last May that I haven't worked 6 days. Like, I probably count on my hand how many times I didn't work 6 days a week. Like, I'm grinding. I was grinding. And, like, that kills your mental health. And one of my friends is just like, he's struggling. He's got a lot of debt, and he's working so hard to pay it off, but it's still just looming over him. He's got several years to pay off that stuff, and he's dying now. He's been out of school for 1 year already. And he's dying. And he's got 5 more years. And he still lives at home. I mean, he's got it all taken care of, but, like, he hasn't moved out. He doesn't have a significant other at the time, at least I'm aware of. Like, he's given all that he has to this, and he's struggling. And he's graduated and has a degree. If I could say anything to you guys, please, if you're in college and you're swimming in debt, please reconsider. Please reconsider. Maybe you can go somewhere else locally or finish your degree online or something. But, man, I've been through debt, and it killed me. And I don't want anyone else to have to go through that. If you can get ahead while it's still feasible to not get out, if it's 10, 20K, that's not ideal. before it gets to like crazy numbers and you're already in trouble, man, please, please, I implore you, please reconsider. Try to make some life changes, man. I promise you it'll help you out in the long run. You want to be able to use your money to be able to accomplish your dreams, buy a house, pay for a wedding ring, buy yourself new clothes, get a new car. Like, don't keep just stacking up the deck and be like, I'll pay it off eventually. Like, no, dude. Tackle it now so you can live differently from everybody else. I mean, that's my 2 cents. Nothing gets me more fired up about debt and college loans, man. Like, it's such a scam. The government will promise you all these things. It sounds so good, too good to be true. It is. It really is. Because that interest rate is gonna shoot you in the butt, man, and it's gonna hurt, and it's gonna harm you for a long time. So if you can get ahead, or if you're not even in college yet, please just reconsider. Are there cheaper ways that I could be doing this? How far can my scholarships go? What other work can I be doing? Can I work someone that pays for my college for free? I don't know, man. Just please reconsider. Just be wise with your money, man, because in your early years, you think, I'll be able to tackle it. It's not as easy as it sounds. I'm just going to tell you that right now. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. Thank you for hearing my rant. I'm just trying to help you all out. If someone happens to click on this, if one person watches this video and it changes their lives, man, that's enough for me. So, yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. God bless, and have a great day.